going to investigate Bohri Kitchen, where people come in to eat and go out as friends. Every dish is described to the customer, its origins and traditions.
My name is Munaf Kapadia. I'm the Chief Eating Officer of the Bohri Kitchen. Every Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 12 people who come for our 6-course meal. I talk about the culture, I talk about why we eat in this big plate, why it's a community dining experience, and then the meal starts. And one dish at a time, I get a dish, people finish that dish, and then we move on to the next dish. These two things are thals. Okay, Bohri is conventionally sit on the floor and eat food from a thal. Before we start our meal, we start by tasting salt. It's because it activates your taste buds. At the same time, it cleans your palate. By tradition, the youngest person in the respective thals gets to offer salt to everyone.
Bohri cuisine is a combination of many cuisines. Like we have come from Yemen, so the Mughlai food is also influences our food. Then from Gujarat, the Gujarati food. We have modified all those things and we make our own food. So it's a very different taste from all the others. And ours is a slow cooking thing.
It started off as an experiment by a son to keep his mother busy on weekends. She used to spend a lot of her time just watching television. I wanted her to use her time more productively because she's a talented and very ambitious woman. So I thought about it for a minute and both of us realized that she's a fantastic cook. And the food she makes, it's not easily available to people outside the Bohri community.
This is probably my 5th or 6th time, and I have no intention, unless my belly tells me otherwise, to stop coming. So I'm really happy to kind of continue patronising their fantastic food and Auntie's wonderful cooking.
In that 1.5 hour, 2 hours, everyone's gotten my number, they're friends, TBK is a perfect example of what it means to run a family business. Okay, it's my mother, Nafisa Kapadia. She's a chef, okay, of the Bohri Kitchen. Now she's a mini celebrity chef in Bombay.
I'm enjoying it. Like suppose if I have to cook one same thing repeatedly, then it might get a little boring. But since we are having different menus, I love it.
My father, okay, was a hardcore businessman. Why? Because he does the very important role of sourcing the right ingredients. 70% my mother's skill and talent, but it's 30% the kind of ingredients he sources. And the amount of effort and goodwill and credibility and relationship that influences the food he buys. They don't work on margins. They work on the fact that my father's been going to them for the last 10 years. The fact that my father's gone to their weddings. He knows their children. The Bohri Kitchen, for the very first time, created a brand and a product and a service that was relatable to non-Bohris. And that's the reason I think the Bohri Kitchen is successful.